This is Liberty Mark 222. Driving back from Wyoming. Just went up to Baggs, Wyoming. So it's real pretty country here. I'll turn this thing around real quick. Well, I guess I can't. Anyway, maybe you can see that. See the clouds and stuff. So it's real pretty. See the mountain up there? Anyway, I've been thinking a whole bunch about what's going to happen the next month or so here, going to Turkey. And I was listening to this Fabian Calvo, and he's talking about entrepreneurship and about businesses that started in the Depression, and how in a financial meltdown or a financial trouble, that's actually a really good time to start a business. And I have that kind of attitude in a lot of ways. I think that in America we have all these pressures for jobs. People want to have a job. It's really hard to get a job, but the unemployment's real high and it's hard to get a job. But I like to think with the way Jake Jabs, he's the owner of American Furniture Warehouse. He came to our university one time for E-Day, which is Engineers Day, and he was talking about how all business is meeting somebody's needs. And I remember his story about where he just said, hey, look, I noticed in your campus you don't have a good burger joint across the street. I said, if somebody opened a burger joint, they could have all the business they wanted, And he basically was saying, all you have to do to have a business is to find a need and to fill it. And I totally agree with that. I think he's totally right there. I look at all business. I look at all ventures that way. And in that sense, there's never a shortage of jobs. There's always needs. People always have needs. So there's always going to be a business in that way. So I think, I look at Turkey and I think, wow, it's so hard to have a business there because they don't want foreigners to have businesses there. But they take foreigners' money, and you can sell different things in Turkey also. You could buy a car and sell a car. You can buy a house, sell a house. You can buy coins and sell coins. You can, there's all sorts of different markets. You can buy phones and sell phones. You can buy computers and sell computers. So there's always an opportunity there. There's always an opportunity for business. And he was talking about how agriculture is going to be a big deal. And I've been really thinking about like organic farms and farming and this whole revolution in LED technology, where you can concentrate the amount of energy in a plant, because a plant only uses certain wavelengths to grow, produce fruit, to flower, mostly in the red and the blue spectrums. The rest of the light, you don't need the whole rest of the spectrum to grow, basically. Or if it is, it's a lot less than the other spectrum. So you could have grow lamps and grow greenhouse plants, which I was reading about, or I was listening to a YouTube video about this company in California where they're producing hydroponic type of lettuce, where they're getting 5 or 6 crops a year, and it's like ready-made. It's not dirty. It's sterile. They have it in a little plastic case there, and they're just growing like crazy. So there's a big opportunity to have greenhouses, to have intensive farming like that. And he was talking about this guy growing the lettuce was talking about different crops too. I mean, you could have like fruit, like, because fruit is really easy to spoil. You know, it's easy to lose it. You know, and you know, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity there. So I guess I agree with Fabian Calvo in that manner. I think the thing that I really think is important, though, is the whole idea of entrepreneurship and innovation. And what I think it's really important when you have innovation and entrepreneurship is that you are able to have mistakes. You're able to make mistakes. Most businesses today, if you make a mistake, you could get fired. People are afraid to make any mistakes. They're afraid to try anything. Management's such that you really have a hard time telling them innovative things. They just want things done the way they want it, and that's it. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there too. Like the Turks and the Kurds, they've been really beat down and oppressed as far as especially the Kurds. The Kurds have been a very beat down people for the last, I don't know, thousands of years, I guess. I don't think they've had their own country ever. Supposedly they come from the ancient Medes, so I guess maybe in the time of the Persians and the Medes, which is, you know, it was before 330 BC. So I mean, you're talking a long, long time ago. So anyway, I think innovation really requires a lot of honesty, a lot of trust with each other, a real desire for excellence, a real desire to keep trying, and that's one quality that's kind of been squashed lately in the United States. I mean, you don't see nearly the innovation that you did, you know, 150 years ago. So, and we had so many really important discoveries in the United States, you know, with development of electricity, light bulbs, airplanes, telephones. Wow, look at all those sheep. There's a bunch of sheep. I mean, you had the trains developed, automobiles, rocket ships, nuclear power, nuclear bombs. I mean, there's so many innovative things that were developed in the United States. You know, like the cotton gin, but it's not the same as it was back then. I mean, there's been a tremendous amount of change with computers and you know, the internet, and you know, mostly it's the computer and internet kind of related stuff, which has been a huge change, you know. But you know, like for instance, like airplanes and cars and actually telephones really haven't changed that much well, I mean, telephones with the cell phone, they have changed quite a bit that way. But a lot of technology really hasn't changed that much. And so I think the amount of innovation in the United States has really decreased, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying there isn't innovation, but I'm just saying it's decreased quite a bit. But I would like to see a community. See, in the United States, we had so much competition, but I think there should be a balance between competition and cooperation and sharing. If we could have friendly competition with sharing and helping each other, I mean, you could have a really dynamic result there. So anyway, this is Liberty Mark 222. That's just kind of my thoughts about innovation